I'm lost for words. That experience I've just had is beyond anything that I can fathom right now. Woo! Right. You can go there, you can go there. And I think we're good to go. So I've got some pizzas in the oven and I set a timer on my phone, and I've just spent the last like 5 minutes looking for my phone after setting up the recording for this video. And of course I'm wearing my flip belt, and in preparation for my run I put my phone in my flip belt. So I guess that's where that was. But we are on week 7 now. Week 6 is officially a wrap, and I gotta say, this far into the training block, I'm feeling fantastic. It's such a honestly weird point for any runner, I imagine, but especially me. I didn't think that I would be at a point where I would be knocking out 120 kilometers plus per week. I've just logged my biggest week of running, which was 122k, and I finished that week honestly just feeling fine. No fatigue, no DOMs, just still in love with running. I'm not tired of it at all, and you know, in fact, I'm enjoying each run. Tonight I'm about to go up for an 18k easy run, and to be honest, I'm just quite looking forward to putting my headphones in, listening to some podcasts, and just not looking at the watch for 2 hours. I've just found myself in this really nice balance between work, which is taking up quite a bit of my time at the moment. If I'm honest, it's about 60 hours a week over 6 days. And switching off quite quickly when I get home, putting on the running stuff, getting out for running in whatever capacity that is, whether that's an easy session or whether I'm just doing some strides, some drills, or you know, a hard session. I'm really finding that I'm just got a lovely balance between that work and that discipline of being there on time, getting up early, and running. I just feel like it's really helping me to extract the most out of my running, but to keep me motivated, because I'm having to wait until 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening every day to get my running. So it's been a really interesting time. But with week 6 coming to a wrap, I've got another gel review to throw onto the wall of the gel reviews that you didn't know you needed. Now this is just going to be a quick one, because to be honest, I was so incredibly impressed with the gel that I took on board. It was just, oh, let me tell you now, Hammer Strength, I just felt like the name absolutely just delivered. It was what I was expecting. I took on this gel on Sunday during my 28-kilometer long run. Doing this on a treadmill wasn't ideal, let me say that. I was confronted with some pretty serious winds that day. Wind, I should say, not winds. There was no winds this day during weather-wise anyway. It was insane, but there were some crazy winds and there was pretty intense heat out there too. And 6 o'clock on a Sunday evening, I didn't really fancy it. So I took to the treadmill, and the gym was pretty hot, don't get me wrong. I mean, it wasn't an entirely smooth sailing venture, but I did smash out 28Ks on the treadmill, and I took on a Morton gel before I started, and then I had the Hammer Strength Blueberry gel about 14K in, and my God, did it deliver. The watch is buzzing, which means the pizza is done. I'll be right back. Happen before the pizza goes down. Okay, and at this point I was completely distracted by the pizza, and I don't know how, but forgot that I was doing this gel review. So here we are 3 days later editing this video, and let me just give the Hammer Strength of Blueberries an 8 out of 10. It was so nearly perfect, but there was just not enough substance, there was not enough volume in the container. I just took this gel on board. I felt definitely a sense of a sugar rush, and it was satisfying. It was quite hydrating. The flavour was brilliant. It honestly just tasted like I just eaten a handful of blueberries, but there just wasn't enough in there. I wanted there to be a 10 out of 10 on this list, and I thought this was going to be it.
when I ripped that packet open and I tasted it and I smelled it, I was like, oh, this is brilliant. But there just wasn't enough in there. So for that, I'm having to deduct 2 points. God damn it. But it wasn't too sticky. That is a really good sign. So maybe, no. I was going to get an 8.5, but an 8.5 is a strong score, and I don't feel like the hammer strength was quite there. Now let's get back to the video.
Now, before we get outside for today's run, because let's face it, that's what you guys are here for. You're here to see me run and get attacked by flies and struggle in the heat. This is what the channel's all about. Before we head out for the run, there is some very important housework that I need to do, and my goodness, I am so thankful. I don't make these videos for anything other than the sheer satisfaction of sharing my experience. I love the conversation that comes from these videos in the comments and DMs on YouTube, and I'm really learning so much from my engagement with you guys. When a company comes along and says that they're happy to support the channel, honestly, I find myself in a place struggling to find words of gratitude, because I really can't comprehend just the generosity of the sponsors that this channel's had this year. And I am absolutely over the moon with all of them, of course, but this recent sponsor and the company that has chosen to support me for this Port Fairy marathon training block, yeah, has just blown me away with their products and their generosity. So a massive bloody thank you to Bix Hydration. Bix have sent me through a bunch of goodies. We've got electrolyte tablets in cherry flavor, in grapefruit flavor. We've got daily recovery supplements. My goodness, in orange mango flavor. Damn, that sounds good. What else have we got in here? We've got some electrolytes in grape flavor, so definitely no shortage of delicious flavors to choose from electrolyte wise. We've also got a bloody Bix electrolyte fridge magnet, which is obviously going straight on the fridge. And what else have we got in here? I feel like there was a sticker in here. Boom. Sick. That's going straight on the laptop. So, with thanks to Bix, I will be hydrated and I will be recovering beautifully from each of these sessions during this marathon training block. So I'm so incredibly thankful to Bix for supporting this training series. Do check out Bix. I will leave their link down in the description. So Bix are actually an Australian based company. I was chatting with the founder, Vlad Ixel, but for those of you that follow trail running, you will know Vlad and his incredible achievements currently. He's absolutely tearing the game up in trail running. So a massive thank you to the guys at Bix. Thank you to Vlad. I'm about to crack open the natural grapefruit flavor electrolyte tablets ahead of this run. So what have we got here instruction wise? How to use: dissolve 1 tablet in 300 ml of water. Let's do this. Oh man, I had a grapefruit today on my lunch, and it's definitely my favorite fruit, so it's only right that I would have a grapefruit electrolyte before going out on today's 18k easy run. And I think I've just noticed, God forgive my spontaneity here, I'm probably gonna get this wrong, but I think, oh my goodness, the fridge magnet is the grapefruit flavor. That is absolutely bloody perfect. Thank you guys. Oh my goodness. Anyway, enough fanboying. There's another bloody sticker in here. Oh my goodness. Enough fanboying. I'm gonna get this bad boy down the hatch. Absolutely delicious. Get out for this 18k easy run. And I guess I'll take you guys through the previous week of running that I've just completed, and that was week 6 of the Port Fairy Ferry. Let's go. And god damn it, do I wish I was joking when I say it was too bloody windy once again to get some good audio outside. It was just ridiculous. So scrap that, I guess, whole come along with me. It's in the heat and the sun and the ants and the wind whole thing I did, because yeah, apparently I didn't even believe it myself. Anyway, it's now the next day. It is Thursday. Still in week 7 of the training block, so I guess that's good. We're still in the same week. And spirits are still high, which is fantastic. I'm just about to go out for a session, hence why I'm standing in the bathroom with some Bix electrolytes Actually, no, I've got no good reason for being in here, other than giving you guys a mullet update. Check that out. Anyway, it's been a few weeks since I've spoken about the mullet, so it just seems like the right time to update you guys on the action that's going on behind my head. So today's session is, my goodness, thank you Tony Smith Running Club for this, because I've been dying to do one of these, and it's a 5k time trial. I am pumped, seriously. It's gonna be probably around 17 minutes of pain, but seriously, 7 weeks into this training block and I'm feeling fitter than ever. I'm about halfway through a 120 plus kilometer week, and my legs feel fantastic. I haven't had a day off running in about 6 days, so tomorrow will be my first day off this week of running and of work, and I feel so fit. Honestly, I don't feel any niggles, any aches or pains in the legs, which is a great sign of how things are going. But I'm about to sink a Bix electrolyte. I guess the time has come. Let's do it. 5k time trial. Let's go. So I guess we can call this shot the car cam. I don't know. Maybe it's cool. Maybe it's a phase that will die a quick death. I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, we're off to the time trial now, and it's pretty warm out. I've waited till 6 o'clock in the evening, but yeah, to be honest, it hasn't cooled down at all, so not really sure if the weather's on my side. But today on my feet, I'm going to be wearing the Vaporfly 2, the white pair that I wore for the Adelaide Marathon. Whoa, the car cam's definitely taken a bit of a turn there. Regarding how I feel about, I guess, putting a big effort in, I've got a bit of a nerves building. You know, definitely as we move towards getting down to the loop. I'm only a minute or two away now and definitely feeling the nerves. But I think mostly I'm quite confident in my fitness, you know, definitely. But mindset wise and I guess how I've prepped today, it's been pretty relaxed. I've been at work. There's not a whole lot that I've done any differently. But I really just feel confident that I'm able to execute today's run in, I guess, a disciplined and sensible way. So what I'm basically saying, and I hope I can summarize briefly how I feel by saying that, you know, I've trained for 7 weeks now. You know, this is 7 weeks of this block, and it's been very different training. Thanks to my, you know, first time being coached and having expert help, I really do feel like my fitness has really improved. And if today doesn't necessarily replicate that, I guess time-wise, I'm not overly bothered, because to be honest, on these long runs that I've been doing on a Sunday, I just feel like I've absolutely been flying, and I've been running like quicker than ever at my easy pace, and my heart rate has been so low, and I just don't feel tired. I just, like, 28k on Sunday, I just went out and did it on the treadmill, and it wasn't an issue. It was totally fine. So that to me is a massive improvement in fitness. You take my, I guess, Brighton marathon training plan that was like 6 or 7 months ago, earlier this year, and I was really struggling to get over probably 24k, if I'm honest. I was really just having to dig deep to get those longer distance runs in. No matter how much I slowed them down, I really just felt knackered. So my fitness has come so far this year, and since working with Tony, I just feel like my confidence in my running has improved, and I'm not aching between sessions like I used to, and I just love running more than ever. So I think that's a massive plus. And, you know, I'm making a point of reminding myself of this before the session, because ultimately I feel like the hard work's been done, and all I've got to do is execute this session in a sensible way. So the advice from the coach is to go out at a sensible pace for the first 2k. Today I'm going to gauge that sensible pace just by feel. I'm going to go out and do some strides before I get into this time trial and just see basically what pace clicks. I'd like to go between 325 and 330 per kilometer pace for the first 2k, and then from there I'm just going to judge how much have I got left in the tank This is a loop circuit I'm driving to now, so it's gonna be probably five laps, maybe just less than 5, maybe 4.5. But yeah, at least I'm gonna be able to gauge roughly how many laps I've got left, and then therefore I can make a bit of a surge near the end if I feel like I've got loads of energy left. But that is literally the game plan. I've just built out all of my, I guess, conscious thoughts to you guys, so that is where my mindset is at going into this. I hope that's at least a bit interesting to you guys. Maybe you've got a time trial or a race coming up, and me sharing my thoughts going into this session might help a few people. I don't know, let me know down in the comments if there's been a bit of food for thought for you here. Anyway, we've arrived at the loop, so I'm going to get a nice warm-up in. It's just going to probably be a 1.5 K, maybe 2K, with some strides, with some drills, and yeah, we're going to get this show on the road. So I guess I'll see you guys after a little bit of discomfort that's about to come my way. Wish me luck. Oh, I'm lost for words. That experience I've just had is, yeah, it's special, and oh man, it's beyond anything that I can fathom right now. Let me just say that I definitely remind myself throughout my training, and I make a point of being disciplined in not aiming for PBs. Times are, you know, an arbitrary concept, and when it comes to running, you know, I think that being mindful about how fortunate we are every time we get out on our feet and run any distance, it's such an amazing thing that our body's allowing us to do that, and man, we can't stop being grateful for that. And there's days when running's good, and there's days when running is maybe less kind. I don't think it's ever bad, but there's less kind days when things don't align, and things are put into perspective. And amazingly, I finished that session with nothing but a deeper love for running. Honestly, I am bewildered, and I'm in a territory that I've never been in before, and that is to be so in touch with, well, I feel like I'm in touch with my body. I do. I set out on that experience with expectations, of course. I want there to be an exciting prospect waiting for me at the finish line, a PB, you know. That's what brings me out here. But I think adjacent to that, there is such a joy in pushing the limits, pushing your body, testing the gov, as I like to say. And what I've just experienced there was, oh man, that was a battle, that was a war, and I loved every second of it. I talked to myself the whole way round. I was shouting, and I just felt so much childlike excitement. I felt a roller coaster of emotions, and man, my body gave it to me today. It did it. I kept my cadence up, and I put my head down, and I went for it, honestly, to the line. It's a crazy feeling. I've just broken a PB that I ran over a year ago. PB was 17:14 at the Mile End Park Run in the UK. I ran that in October last year, and I've just run 16:47, averaging 3:21 per kilometre. It's not an official time, of course. It wasn't done in a race, you know, it's just a time trial in training, but I'm comfortably under 17 minutes, and that is just, that's an insane prospect. Seriously, I didn't expect to be here, and I am, of course, proud of myself and grateful, but I think, you know, I have to thank everyone around me that supports
me taking the time to run. You know, I really do. I leave work early. My friends at work, they say, "Oh, you get your runs in, Scott, go and do it." Courtney gives me so much time that we could be spending together. She, you know, she knows this benefits me so much, and she, you know, encourages me to do this. And my family that, you know, always support me, and you guys here, you know, of course, the constant encouragement and viewership and conversations, it means the world. And, you know, I don't I don't feel a need to push any further than this. Honestly, I don't think that anything is going to beat this feeling. It's just, I very much hope that experiences match this feeling, but I don't need to go any quicker than that. That was bloody incredible, and to average 3:21, that is mind-boggling. But I'm going to give myself 10Ks now. It's on the plan, easy 10K to do now, and I'm not going to take my headphones, I'm going to take my phone. I'm just going to enjoy 10 kilometers of reflection and, wow, I guess just soak up whatever just happened, because that was really special. But I'm going to end this video here. Man, I'm so incredibly humbled, I think is a good way to put it. Boy, oh boy. See you guys in the next one.